Everyone, today I would like to talk about grant writing. What is grant writing? What is grant? Many of us might be wondering how to, get money, how to, get, your program funded. And there are so many people out there who are, getting funds one after another, and their programs are funded. They are just getting money. There are so many other private and government organizations or funders, they are willing to give you money, but you need to know the right program that or the you need to know how to write it properly, or make your proposal very effective, so that way the funders would be willing to give you money. So that's why you need to have those skills. So grant basically is money, or could be that is given in a cash form, or a check, or a services. And then when you talk about the grant, the writing, this is also an art. It's a skill. Sometimes even if you write a wonderful grant proposal, you cannot guarantee that you would get funded. There are so many other elements come into play. There are so many other factors that play a very significant role in this. So that's why we would like to have a sort of a basic understanding of grant writing and what is grant today in this video. Okay, so let's talk about what grant writing is. All right. So what is grant writing? When we talk about grant writing, these are the few things we would like to talk about. Grant writing is an art. It's skills or practice. When you have this class, you can be an expert to write grants, or you can be a teacher as well, who can mentor people out there, regarding how to write a grant or a proposal. Okay, so again, when we the grant is basically for three different areas. We especially write grant proposal for. It might be for non-profit purpose, or might be for business purpose, which could be for profit making organization, and individual. So there is a high likelihood, there is a likelihood of getting a lot of the fundings for non-profit organizations, because their objective is entirely for the purpose of for the non-profit purpose. Okay, so that's why when we talk about business, you might want to run your business, but that must have some sort of a the practical applications that must they be in the interest of people and society and community out there, even if that is a profit making the sort of a business that you are in and looking for funding. And another individual is sometimes you ask for your academic research, or for attending a conference, or if you want to go and present your paper, things like that. For that also you will get your get money, funding, but you have to write a proposal. So there are different ways of writing proposal. I mean, the idea is basically the same, but there are for three different the objectives of writing grants. Again, writing grant is a kind of a long process of research and relationship building. You cannot write it today and then you'll get the funding tomorrow or in a few couple of days. You have to wait. You must have patience. You have to go through a longer process. You have to do a lot of research on the topic that you want to write a grant proposal on. And then again, as we said, grants are money allocated to non-profit, business, and individual. So that's why before you start writing grants, research is very, very important. And then also trying to bring what is the unique thing that you are going to do. That is something you might want to reflect in your the grant proposal as well. And what are your business plans? So that is something you might always want to think about when you write a grant. So before you writing grants on the topic, you need to know what grant is, why grants a proposal are written, and for what purposes. Those are the few things you have to be very clear about. And again, there are a lot of challenges, okay, while writing grants. So what are those challenges? Let me talk about the challenges as well. So when we talk about challenges, even if your proposal is very well written, there is a chance to be rejected for a number of reasons, and some of the reasons you don't even know. Maybe your proposal does not exactly 100% fit in their the guidelines, or that fit in, but it's still there. It's so competitive that the the other person who is has a good relationship built among those the funders, or maybe it could be any other reason as well. And again, another challenge of writing grant proposal is that you have to follow the grant application RFPs. Okay, that is the basically the funders provide you the RFPs, and based on that you write your proposals to adhere to you must adhere to their guidelines, and that's another one of the tough things, talking about challenges as well. And also the background information is very important, that basically explains why you need money. And then again, you have to be able to gather the information in three key areas, like concept. What is the concept? What program we are going to introduce, and how you're going to spend money if you are funded. Okay, you must be pretty clear on that and to the point. And again, these are some of the questions here you might want to ask yourself, because sometimes even if the program does quite fit your needs, and exactly that is exactly what you are going to do, and they will fund it, but that might not be particularly for your area or for your location. That could be for a particular for another audience, or could be for a different community. So you have to be very mindful of those the criteria as well. So again, talking about the challenges, these are also the challenges as well. So what geography, what locations particularly the funders are willing to fund for. If you are going to open up establish some sort of the non-profit organizations, and you are bringing in a program in Georgia, for example, in the state, but you find a funder who is willing to support or fund your program, but that is not for for people or for the the program in Georgia, but that is they are willing to fund for the program in Florida, then even if the funders expectations and your plan do match, they are not going to fund you because you are in Georgia, but they are looking for someone in Florida. Okay, so those kind of restriction, that's another challenge as well. And audience, what audience that they are looking for. And then again, when you write a proposal, you have to be very to the point, and then be specific to the terminologies used in RFPs. Basically those are the the proposals coming from the funders, inviting those the people who are going to write proposals for funding. Okay, so these are some of the challenges as well when we talk about the restrictions in proposal grant proposal writing. So talking about proposal process, we don't have any sort of the secret method or the specific the rule of thumb that this, if you write this way, then it's gonna be the best proposal. We don't have it. It's all about practice and getting ideas from other people, doing a lot of research, and trying to make your proposal sound very great. Okay, but still there are some keys to success that has been discussed in different books and different articles about writing a grant proposal. So another one of them is documenting and the unmet community niche, which the grant seeker is positioned to address, and also developing a clear plan. You should develop a clear plan for the program and the operation stability and growth are in capital work. And again, you have to research funders thoroughly. Okay, there are so many funders out there, but who is gonna be the best fit for you? Sometimes it's very difficult for addressing the criteria coming from the government funders, because they would like to see things written very thoroughly, and it might also take a bit longer compared to the private funders. Those are the challenges are there. And again, and one of the thing is building a strong relationship with funder is always important. Okay, keeping in touch with them, that way you'll also be aware about RFPs, and at the same time they will also know you that you are working in the field and you need money. That kind of a thing also work quite effectively. And then who you are writing that proposal for, and then how you can write a proposal more effectively and concisely as well. And then And then you must have the knowledge of proposal writing process as well. What is the organization will, what is the objective and the mission, and how that does fit in RFPs. That is something you must be very aware of as well. Okay, so again, the whether the organizations within the community that they are serving are currently attempting to address the unmet need or not, that the funders are looking for. So those are the few things you would like to know. And again, talking about the proposal process, develop the plan to meet those needs, determine if there are potential partners or collaborators as well. Sometimes the partnering with the people out there, or having the collaborators and partners, you can also authenticate your proposal as well. And who could be the potential funders? Just find that out. Sometimes you can Google, you can do the Google search on the internet, using the keyword on the topic of your proposal itself, that what are you specifically looking for. So there might be tons of the informations out there, so they will pop up, and you will be able to find that out as well. And again, there are different components of proposal. For example, that it starts with a cover letter and an executive summary and problem statement and things like that. So continuing with the proposal process as well, and then you will have organizational background, goals and objectives, strategies, evaluation, sustainability, and then budget. How you gonna spend the money if you are funded. That has to be very practical and to the point, and you should look very the trustworthy on that. Okay, so these are the things that you might want to take a look at. If you even go to YouTube sites and say the proposal writing process, or how to write a grant proposal, things like that, you can get tons of information on that as well. So talking about the types of proposal formats, there are the different ways of writing. Some of them demand a concept paper first, and then some of them demand a later proposals, which is gonna be in a page or two, and some of them want a whole full complete proposals, right? So that's why the best thing is to look at their websites and also the RFPs, and what sort of proposal they are looking for, and whether the missions or the objectives of your of the program that you are going to launch or going to write a proposal on is going to fit on their the agendas or the RFPs. Those are the things you have to be very mindful. So talking about the tips for writing proposal, these all are the tips I cited from one of the books, which is what I have I would like to recommend as well. This is the book I'm talking about, Winning Grants Step by Step. This is a very useful book for you, so you might want to take a quick look as well. But there is also another book I would like. This is the Grant Writing Dummies as well, but this is the one of the book that gives you basic concepts, basic ideas about grant writing as well. So from that book I cited these ideas anyway. So you have to see the readers of your grant, whether they are curious, caring, and educated people who may not be knowledgeable of your organization issue or don't have a firm grasp on the work of the organization. Be sure to use compelling facts, because facts and evidence will increase the the authenticity or credibility of your proposal as well. Keep in mind that a grant is not just a grant, it is an investment on the part of the funder, because the funder won't give you funding or money just to go on a vacations and spend money at a restaurant or go to a party and things like that. They are looking for something specifically that you're going to do through the program or through the that is gonna help the better address the community and the people, and you are doing work for the sake of humanity and society. If that is very convincing, then the funders will willing to fund your project as well. And again, you have to follow the grant guidelines, which are in RFPs that you will be able to see, and you have to be very precise and to the point on that and get the facts straight. So continuation with the tips for writing proposal. Do not make your proposal so bleak that the readers see no point in trying to address the problem. Avoid jargon, because nobody will understand your jargon. Be to the point, so that even the people who are not coming from that the field of study would be more interested in it. and have a clearer understanding of your proposal, get some honest feedback. Okay, so what you might want to do is that you also need to have the the honest feedback from before you submit your proposal. It is better to elicit or receive important feedbacks from the people who are expert in that area or in that field, so that way you will have the opportunity and the chances to revise your proposal before you submit it and make it nice, neat and clean and things like that. So again, when we talk about the tips of the writing proposal, make sure that copy and pasting the idea from the proposal that you already wrote for one project is not going to help, because it has to be to the point regarding the RFPs that that the funders is asking you to address. Okay, and this is how you plan and go accordingly. So this is the source I got these ideas from, along with the the other online sources and YouTube videos. So you might also want to take a quick look on that, and then read the book, watch the YouTube videos about the grant writing. So it is not an easy task. It is an art. It's all about the practice, and also reaching out to people out there, getting a lot of feedbacks, doing a lot of practice, and then it is also a matter of patience. You cannot if you do not get funding right away, or after writing one or two grant proposals, don't feel defeated. All right, so just keep moving, and one day you will get it, because there are so many people out there who are waiting for you. Just they want to give you money, but they are just looking for the right proposals that really addresses their the missions, their objectives and things like that. So that's why the way you write proposal, you have to be able to give them an impression that you are going to work with them as a partner. You are there to address their missions. That kind of impression, that you have to give in the proposals, and also make your proposal more persuasive and credible. All right, so if you have any questions or concerns, any ideas that you can add on to it, just drop to on the comments box or the below, and then let me know what you think. Thank you.